Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
You are most welcome to PENDREAM TV, the only channel that brings you the best and latest updates in politics. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for more updates, like and also share to other members to watch as well. You can also leave a comment at the comment section or send us a voice note on our WhatsApp number, which is 0277128777. Thank you. I want you to join me listening to what a political lecturer in tech has also come out to say about the election and the mess the EC has also committed. Without much ado, I would like you to join me listening to what he said into detail. Thank you.
Science and Technology and lectures Political Science. Doc, thank you very much for joining us and good morning to you.
Good morning and thanks for having me.
I hope you're well, Doc.
By God's grace, yes, I'm doing good.
Great to have you on the line, and I'm sure you also watched the scenes that happened on Saturday. First of all, your observations, the recollation exercise that was spearheaded by the Electoral Commission under heavy police protection.
Actually, it's messy. It's messy.
Messy?
Yeah, it is a mess. The whole electoral process. The latest development, the recollation, has messed up almost everything. You get the impression that Ghana is going through such electoral process for the first time. This is not, as many of us Ghanaians are aware. We've gone through 1,000,001 times, and then we have a new EC in place, and this is their work. This is their work. It is a mess. It's disappointing. You see, the results are, from the very word go, the moment we couldn't get it done on the day that it should have been done, the results, the outcome were thrown into confusion, doubt, mistrust. And that is the mess. An electoral commission should not create such an image for itself. No. It's a total mess.
How best do you think the EC should have handled this? Because they insist, even the Electoral Commission itself was rejecting declarations made by returning officers who had the power to do so.
You see, the Electoral Commission, to me, has not learned any lesson. It has not added any significant a way of doing things that should bring about improvement to the whole electoral processes. If you look at Ghana's electoral processes in the Fourth Republic, you know that we've gone through some sort of reforms, evolution, and brought everything to a state that should be getting us closer to a near perfect electoral process. It started in 1992. A lot of reforms have taken place. And these reforms came about through the interaction between the main actors, the political parties, their experiences during elections, bringing this to bear, engaging the Electoral Commission, they agreeing, coming to some sort of consensus, and then the reform following. But then we know that the current Electoral Commission has simply decided to do its own thing, not amenable to any suggestion or anything. And that is why we have the current mess on our hands. In the last elections, Ghana recorded 8 deaths, and all occurring at the collation center. So one would have thought that after that, the Electoral Commission will take note of the fact that the collations present its own special challenges. And so we'll sit down with all the commissioners and map out a strategy to ensure that what brought about 8 people dying the last time round should not recur. But as we see, The Electoral Commission didn't do that. And seriously, the just ended elections were saved by a decision that I think was taken following the 2012 presidential petition involving the pink sheets being acknowledged as authoritative documents. That political parties can use their copies to make authoritative pronouncements about the outcome of the elections. And Ghana should also, commend the NDC for taking that proactive action, collating their results, putting them out, calling on former Vice President Dr. Baumia, the flag bearer of the MPP, to acknowledge defeat and concede. And then Ghana should also commend Dr. Baumia for heeding the call and proceeding to make that concession. You get the impression that the Electoral Commission had something under its sleeves. You get that impression. So all the cases involving unresolved collation have all become contentious. All of them. Why is that the case? So that is why I'm saying that it is messy. It is a mess. It's a terrible mess. You don't know what would have happened if the political parties had, behaved timidly, that they were waiting for the Electoral Commission to come out with the results. I don't know what would have happened.
No, we have a case where 7 seats out of the 9 that the EC said were disputed had been recollated and declared. So redeclared. All for the New Patriotic Party. How does that look?
It looks fishy. It looks dubious. It makes it difficult for anybody to say that we have an objective Electoral Commission in place. It makes it very difficult. You see, there's something I don't understand with the current Electoral Commission. They don't understand the work they are doing. And I'm saying that, with no sort of, if you like, doubt. Initially, Electoral Commissions everywhere, including those in the United States, they do their work with society not trusting them. Donald Trump openly suggested that they had stolen the elections in 2020 in the United States. There's nothing like trusting the Electoral Commission. No. It is up to the Electoral Commission to do so well that its critics will have difficulty coming up with a case against them. Now, this is the situation that the Electoral Commission of Ghana and Jane Mensah don't understand. So you don't create conditions that will make people doubt your integrity. Dr. Bosman Asari has been talking about the integrity of the electoral process. The lack of integrity comes from you, your officers. It comes from your actions and inactions at the polling, at the collation centers. You see, they are very quick to blame party members who simply went to the place to see to it that proper things are done. This will always be the case unless we have an arrangement that will make the work at the collation center so transparent that people, even when they stay at home, they feel safe that the right thing is being done. Now, no lesson was learned following the 2020 crisis. What happened at that time? With people rushing to the place, it was a call for expanded transparency. It was a call for expanded accountability. And they have a right to call for additional transparency, much more expanded accountability. They have a right to make that call. And then it's a duty of the Electoral Commission to come up with an arrangement that will satisfy people. Was it not possible for us to use television devices, get people away from the main collation centers, but then make it possible for them to follow the procedures there? And then some people have also suggested that Nigeria simply collates the whole thing online from the polling stations. The information is sent straight to an online platform available to all citizens. The point I'm making is that following 2020 crisis, the EC of Ghana decided to do nothing about improving conditions at the collation centers. And that is what has brought us the current situation that we have on our hands. So what exactly is the work that you have done? Going through the routines? No. Anybody can do that. And I mean, excuse me, any idiot can do that. Going through the routines that the work of Dr. Farijan has carved out for us. So they have done no way. Do they deserve the sort of salaries and emoluments and all the things that the package that go with their work? No, they don't. I score them 30%. They messed Ghana up.
How should this situation on our hands be resolved? The NDC says we do not accept the results of these elections. The NPP is celebrating these redeclarations for them. What should be done to resolve this?
You see, the courts happen to be the last leg of the electoral processes. It is an integral part of the electoral processes. Disputes are sent to the courts. This is normative for all democratic elections. And so my understanding is that eventually the courts will look at this issue. And if we don't have authentic pink sheets from all the polling stations, then the only line of action left is to go into re-election. If we don't have authentic pink sheets that cannot be disputed by any of the parties for all the the constituencies involved, then obviously the only line of action left is going to re-election.
So a rerun in those constituencies, a rerun of those constituencies.
Seeing something like that. I'm looking forward to seeing something like that. Unless we have pink sheets that cannot be disputed by any party. But if even one polling station's pink sheet comes into disrepute, it affects the outcome of the parliamentary elections. The presidential case is resolved. When we have just one polling station, given the nature of the system we run in, first past the post, one getting the majority, and that is it. If we have just one pink sheet from one polling station missing, we can't legitimately declare anyone a winner. We can't.
Doc, thank you. Thank you very much for speaking to us this morning.
You are most welcome.
Dr. Kwesi Amachi-Boateng is a political science lecturer, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Join us on the line this morning. There are a few things Daniel tells us. Okay, Senna, you are right. The birthday thing says the.
Thank you for staying tuned. PENDREAM TV really appreciate your time on the channel. Please, if you're a new member and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so for us. Hit the notification bell, like, and also share to other members to watch as well. Thank you. Stay tuned for more.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Ah nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.